Welcome to My Three Things. This is a companion to the Teach Me Something episodes that we are creating. You guys probably already know me as the host, Cory, but this is Brian Roberts, the man behind the camera and my co-producer. We just want to kind of touch base on three things from each episode that we took away from that, whether it be a pro, a con, or just something interesting to let you guys see how we're making the show. So anyway, my first one we're going to start with is Joe Harris. He was our guest on the show. Yeah, he's a cigar aficionado, I would say, with the podcast. But I met Joe a few years ago at one of the cosplay conventions. He does a Steampunk Jabba the Hutt. When we were making our Steampunk Boba Fett movie, we incorporated him into it. And that's how we kind of developed the friendship. We were on the podcast, their Cigar Nerd podcast, 2 years ago, I guess?
When the episode. We filmed an episode of the podcast in the middle of filming.
So somewhere in 2015, I think, something like that. So as we were developing this show, we felt he was a good chance to kind of do a premiere episode. It was simple, just learning how to do cigars. And while we were there, we also got him to do another test episode for What the Hell Did I Buy? Another one we were in the process of developing. And we bought this Penthouse cigar, and I had him smoke it, even though it's like 15 years old, and it was the most garbage cigar he ever smoked. But we still had a good time doing it. But my number two was that was my second time being in front of the camera and second time hosting, but my first time doing like interview style. So I'm looking at you guys now, but I had no idea. Brian had two cameras rolling. I didn't know when to look at the camera. I didn't know if I needed to look at Joe. We actually went through it twice, I think. Didn't we actually go through the whole episode twice? So
it was funny because I told you which camera to look at, and then you forgot and started looking at the wrong camera, and I had to correct you.
And I'm learning. This is part of the thing, and every time we do it, I think I'm getting a little better. But it was definitely awkward. I'm like, as you can see, I don't know what to do with my hands. So number three was we filmed this thing about 3 months before we released it. So I had about 3 months to develop the marketing side, and it still wasn't perfect. But I think we can both agree that sometimes you just have to stop and it's like, here's it is. Just get it done, put it out, and run with it, because you can always change it later on. But at least everything has a marketing look to it. But I had to develop the animations, what kind of fonts we're using the chalkboard and everything else. And I still don't think we got everything we needed done, but it all has a cohesive look. But that's my take on it. What are your three things?
Yeah, so my first three thing was probably my first video shoot, just going out there to a location. We didn't scout it, we didn't ask about it. Joe just told us they've got a room in their house where they like to smoke. When we got there, it was a little bit too formal. It didn't make it nice for a conversation. We wanted to keep the show very casual.
It was like a table in the middle of the room, and you couldn't really move around it very well.
Yeah, it was just a pool table, and so we ended up moving out to the back porch to kind of make it a little bit more casual, a little more friendly. But with that, we had to rearrange the porch a little bit. It made it a little bit tight, but I still think it turned out pretty well, not having any idea about the location, which normally you'd want to scout a location, or at least ask about it, but we were just so excited about getting going, we just went out there and just started shooting. And then the second thing was our first time using our Tascam D70. It's D70. So we use this and with our new Sennheiser MKE 440, which is what we're recording with right now. But they both performed quite nicely. We're very happy with them. We did have one casualty. One of your tripods died.
Yeah.
So that kind of caused us to start rethinking our tripods, because we don't have any fluid heads. We were doing all lockdown cameras, which brings me to my third point, which is a new style of shooting for me, where I'm operating two cameras locked down on tripods that are not close together without an assistant. So shooting solo, trying to worry about audio and worry about a B-roll camera that's locked down. It was interesting, but I think we managed to pull it off.
Yeah, and that, I think we're going to definitely get an assistant for you sometime, but when the budget goes up, sponsorship, please. But anyway, we just want to kind of give you guys an overview of what's going on as we develop this. And just thank you for joining in. Like and subscribe, and tell us in the comments if there's more you'd like to hear about each episode. And for that, we'll see you guys next time.